Hi Gemini and Gemini Rising, here's your horoscope for September 2025. I'm Astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, it's eclipse season again. We have two this month that are going to be very important for many of you. So if you're a rising sign in Gemini or if you have a sun sign in Gemini, this is a very, very general overview using tropical whole house astrology, the Western astrology, using the sun sign or your rising sign if it's in Gemini right here. And so by looking at this general overview, we have an idea of what's going on. Now, everyone's birth chart and birthday is completely different. So you really have to know your birth chart to get a more accurate account of what's going on in your life. But this will give you an overview of what is taking place as the planets move in and out of houses and how they aspect each other. So take everything with a grain of salt and consult your professional astrologer for more details about your own personal chart. Anyway, let's get started and look at what we have here. Mercury is at the last degree of Leo in the third house of communication. Venus is now in Leo as well. So you start off this month with a lot of socializing. So it probably started last month in August when Venus entered Leo and Mercury came out of retrograde. So this is great. But this month, Mercury will be switching signs twice. First, it'll go into Virgo and then it'll go into Libra. So your ruler, Mercury, is going to be on the roll here, is going to be on the move quite a bit this month. So this means lots of socializing, lots of entertaining at home, and possibly new creative projects by the end of the month. Now, we have the sun going through Virgo at this time of the year, which is normal, and it's in the fourth house. So this pertains to family, foundation, real estate matters. Maybe you're remodeling. Maybe you're thinking about getting a pet. Virgo rules pets. Geminis like pets, dogs, cats, birds, whatever you're into. And so this could be where all the action is, especially when Mercury enters this part of your chart. But wait, there's more, because this month the solar eclipse, one of the eclipses is a solar eclipse in the fourth house. So many of you will be considering a move or remodeling, or there's a lot of activity in the home environment. I'll get to that later when we get to that aspect. But we also have Uranus, which is in your sign Gemini, and it will go retrograde for the first time in your sign. So bringing back things, people, situations from the past. And that'll be joining the three other planets that are retrograde, Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. And speaking of Saturn, we start off the month with Saturn going retrograde back into Pisces. And that's the first aspect for the month. So here we have Saturn going through Pisces for the last time. The next time it'll happen is about 29 and a half years from now. But retrograding Saturn into the 10th house of career here, he really has you questioning your career path. Are you on the right path? Is this what I really want? You'll be questioning all of it. We also have the North Node, which is in that direction also. But Saturn is very karmic and it's a very heavy energy. And since it's going to be in Pisces for the last time, and like I said, it won't return back to Aries until I believe it is January or so of 2026. Neptune will also be retrograding back into Pisces, but that'll be next month. So there is definitely this heavy energy here about responsibility at work and what it is you really want. So Saturn is asking you, is this the best you could do with your career, with your job? Are you putting your effort into it? Do we have to look over things that you've been through and what you want to get rid of, or what challenges that need to be overcome? And this again has to do with career. So this could be anything from you going back to an old job or reconsidering, something from the past. Maybe there's something karmic that's involved with your job. Maybe you have like retribution or money coming your way from an old job. Again, it really depends on your own birth chart and where these alignments actually occur. But I'm giving you the general overview. Now, Mercury, your ruler, enters Virgo on the 2nd. And so here we see it now in the 4th house. The 4th house has a lot to do with emotions. It has a lot to do with your foundation. It has a lot to do with, the family members. And so Mercury here is going to have you really analyzing every aspect of this area of your life. Am I in the right situation? Do I need to remodel? Is there something new I could do here? Do I want to consider a new pet? All of this stuff is under this umbrella of scrutinizing and analyzing, because Mercury in Virgo is very analytical. And so you'll find yourself really just like high nervous energy and worried about everything. Uranus goes retrograde right around the same time on the 6th. There it is in stationary position. So this retrograde is all about identity and self. Am I in the right track? Do I, am my purpose being met? Remember, Saturn is going to be retrograde as well. So you have these two both needling you for, questioning yourself. First house represents the self. And so your mind is going to be super active about the past and questioning, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I really want? And this is all leading up to this lunar eclipse, which is asking you, about your current situation with regards to your home life and your career, because it activates the 10th house right here. It'll be at 15 degrees, opposing the sun at 15 degrees. And so this first 6 days of the month is really a big time for questioning everything about your current situation, your work environment, your home environment. Are you happy at work? Is this what you really want? Do you need to change something? So over the course of the next 6 months, because eclipses can't take that long to manifest, you will be changing or transforming something about the way you do your job or your business, or how you present yourself, how other people see you. So this is going to be vitally important for so many of you, okay? So, and then of course the sun is going to be on the other end, trying to get you to establish a new way of doing things in the home or in the workplace. So this is going to be a very profound Pisces lunar eclipse. Now on the 18th, now we don't have much going on from the 7th to the 18th, but Mercury enters Libra on the 18th right there. Now you're in a very creative mode. The energy is beginning to shift. Venus is getting ready to leave Leo as well. But Mercury in the 5th house is all about creativity. So you're feeling a lot more social. You're wanting more interaction either with your children or your loved ones. And so, but there's an indecisiveness that comes with Mercury in Libra. Mars is already in Libra, causing so much indecisiveness for everyone, because Mars does not work well in Libra. Okay, it's like, I want to socialize, I want to interact, but I don't know, maybe I can't make a decision. And now Mercury is there too, adding more fuel to that indecisive fire. So just keep that in mind with these two here right around this time. Now, Venus enters Virgo, adding another element of scrutinizing or analytical behavior having to do with the home environment. Now, this, as I said at the beginning, this house is going to be lit up, because not only do we have Virgo there, we have the sun still there. Now, the moon is in Virgo as well. And so this is adding a lot of scrutiny, a lot of worrying around the house. This could be anything from plumbing issues to just feeling anxiety at home, or maybe you have somebody at home that's not doing well, physically, and they need care. That kind of stuff is what I'm talking about when we see these alignments. Now, the upside to this is Venus in Virgo is going to want you to, change something about your home. Maybe you're getting some new furniture, some new drapes, maybe you're getting rid of the old, in with the new, that kind of stuff, because Venus is all about beauty also, and Virgo is about perfection. So it's lighting up that house. But wait, there's more. The solar eclipse is also in Virgo right here on the 21st and 20th and 21st. At the last degree of Virgo, it'll be at 29 degrees, opposing Saturn at 28 degrees. So this is a very vital opportunity here to go in a new direction, to start something new in the home, family environment. You might be getting a pet, like I said, because it's Virgo. Virgo rules pets. And so this is the home environment. So maybe you're adding an addition to your home. Maybe you're trying something new in the home, and this is going to be a doorway that opens in the course of the next 6 months. So between both eclipses in the next 6 months, many of you are going to either change, move, or remodel your home. Maybe you're buying land. Maybe you're opening up a business at home. That kind of stuff. This is what I'm seeing here. Now, of course, with Saturn opposing it, that's not always easy energy. Saturn is a very heavy, heavy energy, and it's in retrograde. Maybe you're going back to something from the past and you're revamping it in some way. But whatever it is, the home, feelings, family foundation, pets, anything to do with your health is all on the table during this solar eclipse. But solar eclipses are opportunities. There's something new that wants to come in. So this is why you have the lunar eclipse ending, solar eclipse, new beginnings. That's how you have to look at this. Mars enters Scorpio to help you even more. Mars in Scorpio is very intense. It's not like Mars in Libra. Mars in Scorpio is very driven. It wants what it wants. It focuses on money. It's determined. And it's in the 6th house, which is, again, your daily routine, your health, taking care of others. And so this is going to ramp up the energy. It's going to give you plenty of energy to get things done. And so I'd say, don't scatter your energy and try and focus a little bit more. But this is very intense energy coming in over the course of the next 5 weeks or so, 5.5. So take advantage of it. And last but not least, we have the Sun entering Libra on the 22nd right there. Now, this is very favorable for relationships. This is very favorable for creative projects, maybe working with your children, having more fun, being more playful. So this is a lighter energy when the Sun is in Libra. And so I suggest highly that you take advantage of the energy as the Sun makes its way through this. So this could be anything from business partnerships to relationships to having playful times with your kids. Whatever it is, this could be a good time to enjoy yourself now that the Sun is going through Libra. Anyway, there's the general overview. If you want to know more, I do an extended version of this in my Inner Circle community. And there, of course, I take a deeper look at the aspects that are going on and give you a better understanding of what the energy looks like. I also do the weekly astrology in the Inner Circle. So there we focus on what the aspects are doing. And I make a lot of predictions, more so than I do here on YouTube. And then, of course, every Sunday we are on the Zoom calls, interacting with the members. And they get to ask me questions. Some send me a chart or two. I answer a few questions. So it's really a lot of information, a lot of value for the money. And if you do consider joining, I would suggest buying the 1-year membership because it's cheaper. And, I think you'll really enjoy it. We have some great members in the community. So consider at least taking advantage of the 7-day free trial, link down below. But I hope you join, and I look forward to seeing you in the community. Have a great month, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now.